Beyond the rolling green hills and past the tiny cobbled streets lies a little town called Arundel. And in that town stands a very small house with a very small window. And if you look closely, ever so closely, you might see a little cat called Boo peeking out from the window, watching the world go by.
Here comes Boo. Little gray cat, just for you. Silly Boo. Boo and the Shy Peacock.
Welcome back to the little town of Arundel, where the houses sit quietly, the gardens rest softly, and the night wraps everything in a gentle kind of calm. And in one small house, by one softly glowing window,
Boo, we love you.
Boo was still awake. Boo wasn't sure why. The day had been long, the garden had been explored, the usual sitting places had all been, well, sat in. And yet, Boo just couldn't quite settle. So Boo did what Boo does best. He went to the window. The night air was still. The garden was quiet. Not much seemed to be happening at all. Which, Boo thought, was slightly suspicious. And then Boo noticed something. At the far end of the garden, just beyond the flowers, stood a shape. Tall.
Be careful, Boo.
Still. Unfamiliar. Boo waited. Still nothing.
It's a bird.
Some birds like to take their time. That quiet shape in the garden was a peacock. His name was Percy. And peacocks are very special. During the day, they sometimes open their feathers into a great, beautiful fan to show how strong and bright they are. But not always. And not for just anyone. Sometimes, they wait. Boo blinked. Well, that seemed rather inconvenient. So Boo watched. And watched. And watched some more. Perhaps, Boo thought, if he looked a little closer. He shifted slightly. Nothing. He waited again. Still nothing. Now this, Boo decided, was becoming quite exhausting. Because sometimes, waiting feels like doing something, even when it isn't. So Boo sat down. And after a moment, he stopped trying. He didn't lean forward. He didn't check again. He didn't wonder what might happen next. And tonight, Percy had chosen to be very, very still. Boo let out a quiet little sigh and simply sat. The night carried on around him. A soft breeze moved through the garden. The leaves whispered quietly to themselves. The world slowed down, and Boo, without really noticing, became very still, very calm. And then something happened. Slowly, quietly. Almost as if the night itself had been waiting too. Percy began to move. Feathers. Soft at first. Then wider. And wider still. Until, in the gentle glow of the night, Percy the peacock opened into a magnificent fan. A quiet burst of color, spreading wide like a secret, shimmering softly in the moonlight. Boo blinked. Just once. Some things take their time, and some things only happen when they're ready. And in the little town of Arundel, as the night settled even deeper,
Bye, Boo.
a small gray cat
Bye-bye,
finally
Boo.
felt ready to sleep, knowing tomorrow would be another adventure. See you tomorrow, Boo.
comes Boo. Little gray cat, just for you. Silly Boo.